Hi, if you're listening to me, it's Aisha here from God FM. I just want to comment. I've been going on about this for a while now. England is completely taken over by AI, okay? All countries, all leaders are AI monitored and controlled. This is a demonic attack, and it's a takeover that's already taken place. If you're listening to me, you need to wake up that the world we live in is not what we thought, and this is a war for your soul, mind, and body, and for your spirit. Now, they're putting all the stuff in the water. I have to sterilize my water to bath in it. And if my tap's on, I'm being gassed in my home. And this is a fact. Okay, and I'm being gassed with like nano dust. And then this stuff goes on the walls, and it's all through Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, lights, and everything 5G, and the drains as well. This is a world event. This is a grid system, 15-minute cities. You will eat bugs and be happy, owning nothing. This is a real problem for anybody in the world who is real, as in Israel, and searching for the truth. Not just about believing in Jesus. This is about searching for the truth and not having pride in your mind and heart that you know better and you trust the government. Okay. You need to wake up. The system is closing in on anybody who is wanting to be a human being and free. All the meats and all the produce that you're buying from supermarkets are fake meats, fake produce, right? There are witches and warlocks who are hunting down the real people, and they are under attack. They're called targeted individuals, and this is a worldwide phenomenon. If you are not under this attack, then well done to you. But in most cases, you will be, but you may not be aware of it. One of the telltale signs is that you're getting ringing in your ears, heart racing when you're trying to sleep, aches and pains, heart problems, neck problems, back problems, itchy feet, headaches, all sorts of different things, okay? To seeing strange oddments, behavior structures of people changing, things just are not seeming right, things are repeating, people are repeating conversations that they shouldn't know about, people are having, open conversations about matters that seem to relate to you. This is the hive mind, the beast system, which is fully active. Or if you are listening to me, you need to listen to me. This is the beast system, and it's fully activated. I've got a witchcraft attack on my life, which has been going on for 2.5 years, with people doing witchcraft and pumping my house full of nano with water, with anything drains. And even when I open my windows, they seem to be blowing it towards my house, so I can't get away from it, This is about fighting to be holy, because if you're full of nano that is operated by the cloud and the hive mind and the AI of the devil, then you can't be holy and you can't reach the Lord. And there's also witchcraft, witches, warlocks, and wizards, all right? And this is real, and this is happening, and this is a fight for humanity, as you know. It isn't, as I say, all just about Jesus Christ and being saved. This is a war for your soul. This is a war for truth, because the truth will set you free. So anybody that says, they don't believe me or whatever, then you need to wake up, because if you're not believing the truth, then you must have lies inside you or darkness. And if the darkness is inside you, how deep is the darkness? Do you understand me? I'm not a liar. What's happening to me is real, and it's happening to millions of other people around the world. then you also get people who pretend this is happening to them as well. And then this discredits the real victims. The technology that's being used is to cook your brain while you're still alive with sound, vibrations. You can clean jewelry with sound. You can also cook someone's brain. When you do that, it expands the brain and then it contracts because the brain's trying to recover. And this is what causes the ringing, but also the biting. They have lots of little things that bite you. Insects, spiders, bees, anything is being used to bite you. Nanotechnology is very advanced, really, and the robots are coming soon. So if you haven't got your stuff together in your head and in your mind and in your soul and in your spirit, you're going to be in trouble. The only way to fight this is through the Spirit, with prayer. And from what I understand, all the churches that I've been in touch with seem to be working for the opposition and won't help victims of the demonic witchcraft that's being put upon their lives, to stop them from shining the light of Christ so that they can save the others. And by contaminating your blood with nano, it means that God can't dwell inside you. Holy Spirit won't work because it's in a dirty dwelling place, and God is holy. So you need to be holy and clean. So this is a fight for your body. This is a really important message. I'm finding all my content is completely shadow banned. Everything about me has been sabotaged. My cars, my home, and it's all Bluetooth, nano, AI, demons, witchcraft, and warlocks and wizards. Yes, it is. And it's very real. And prayer is also being prosecuted for if you pray for someone outside or you preach the gospel in the main street, you can be put in jail for 2 years in England anyway. But people can openly have tarot card reading shops which summon demons, and they can do witchcraft there openly and have a shop for it. So what I'm calling any Christian people who are real followers of God, it might be time to open up shops, not tarot shops, but shops to cast out demons and to pray for people. I'm talking on the high street. You understand? Where people can come in and get some rest and be prayed for, and actually have someone who believes in God and believes what's happening to other targeted individuals and can command the demonic entities to leave, equip you with MP3 prayer scripture to play on MP3s and Bibles, and have Bible lessons and teachings, which is what the churches should be doing. But the churches aren't doing that. All the churches seem to be doing is looking after children and running creches and party centers. They're not using the churches to help anybody. If they do, it's 1 day a week for half a day, for an hour, for a break and sandwich or something. And they're openly pushing the injections, which are demonic, and contain this nanotechnology, which hooks up with the hive mind of the cloud, which is the beast system, the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi. By the way, lights now are Wi-Fi communication. All right. I mean, I personally have to have prayers on all the time in my house so that I have some protection. What I really need is a church to help me. But I can't find a church that will help me because the churches don't serve God. They serve the devil. And this is time for you to wake up. I actually had a dream about the churches. And in the churches, in the stream that God gave me, all of the churches were really, the toilet was on the first floor and I had a foyer overlooking the church. And in the toilets, there was a nurse dressed in a uniform of a nurse coming in and out, doing her filing, her accounts and everything in the bathroom. But the toilets became really dirty and they were overflowing with urine and poo all the time. So I was watching this and then I stepped out of the bathroom, and also there was water and urine all over the floor. All the toilets had overflowed, but this lady still kept coming in and doing her filing for accounts and filing and invoicing so she could make money out of the church. And then God spoke to me in the dream and he said, I have divorced the churches. And I believe this. I believe this is exactly what God's meaning, that he has divorced these churches. I have confronted the churches, and they don't like it, you know. And I mean, to be honest, I've never been able to fit into any church. And when I first came to the Lord, I went to church thinking I'll get to meet some other people who believe in God. But I was made to feel so unwelcome, like I was a dirty piece of poo on your shoe. And to the point where even people wouldn't park next to my car at the church. And I wasn't included in the WhatsApp group at the local church near me. And so I'm just telling you my experience. You know, there might be nice churches out there, but I've not come across any myself. My friend Julian runs a church, and he's very nice. And yes, but he's not there all the time, and his church isn't open. And a lot of it's online, like mine. So the church facilities that are operating, that should offer the help and the support, the shepherding to the people is not working. And people like me are being fought and battled by demonic entities and people full-time. And the technology is so advanced, they can ghost hack me with a machine and just tap this machine and it will emit a frequency and my phone will think it's being tapped and it will open and automatically connect up to anybody's Wi-Fi in the vicinity. And I don't know about you, but if you've got a Wi-Fi, it doesn't normally extend outside your house. But I've got hundreds of Wi-Fis for all my neighbors, and they're stronger than my own Wi-Fi. And so, you know, I'm finding that if I use my phone or my SIM card, again, the same thing. It's like AI has located me and everything starts behaving weird around me. There's a full-scale, full-time attack. And there's no help for me from any man I found. God is here. But again, if I'm dealing with so many people in this full-time, relentless attack, I basically have to treat it like this is a demonic attack. And I just play the Bible, play prayers all the time, full-time, on loudspeaker. I never get to actually sit and do anything else. It's the only way I get any rest so I can read the Bible. Otherwise, I'm having ringing in my ears, all sorts of weird vibrations. And it's all very strange, and it's demonic. It is a demonic attack. And there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just awake. And I'm calling all people who are listening to me to listen up, see what's happening. Because you may not be under this attack in the same way. I mean, I can get this stuff off. And when I do, I can have a nice day. I can have a normal day. And I'll think to myself, wow, if I heard any of my broadcasts, I would think I was crazy. Yeah, but I can tell you I'm not crazy, that this is happening. And there's 2 other victims in my town, and they are harassed and followed by the same demonic people, witches and warlocks and wizards. They're doing everyday rituals, sacrificing animals, commanding demons to terrorize people. Really, and it's AI as well. And they target anybody who's there to try and shine the light of Christ and tell the truth. of who we are. And then they do the smear campaigns as well. Go around. If you have a business, God help you, they will smear your business. They'll smear your name. Any friends you make, they'll pounce on them. In my old house, and whenever I tried to get help from anybody, not only was my phone being completely taken over, anybody who phoned me on WhatsApp got through to some man who answered my phone. But my neighbor, Mr. Brian Harris from Vernon Court, would stomp outside and pounce on any visitor that came to my home. Yeah, I'm telling you. And I'm not imagining it. So, this is what we've got. Somebody is acting like a gateway. Somebody's tampered with my internet. I've got duplicate 192.168.1.1. I've got a DNS server. Everything's being fed through. I've got Wireshark. I know how to read code. My phone is doing all sorts of weird things. And it makes it impossible to operate in society. Very hard to run an estate agent, which I also run, when you've got somebody like a stalker, monitoring and controlling everything you're doing in your phone. And what I found also is a lot of this is controlled by hotels. Yeah, because of all the asylum seekers, so you know this. And then these guys are getting more money than English people. Asylum seekers get all their rent paid, all the electric, gas and water paid, all the TV license, council tax, the whole lot. And they also get about £1,200 a month for a family of 4 or 5. Okay. You're understanding me? And if you're English, you're not getting any help. And if you're an asylum seeker, you instantly get a house. This is all the wrong way round. So there's something wrong with the hotels, don't you, eh? And all the guest houses as well. All of the bed and breakfasts and all of the other things like holiday lets need to be watched, because where I used to live, I know that I was being watched and stalked, with people climbing in my loft all the time. And this was a holiday complex mainly, which was recently sold and bought up by some new people. And they had lights and cameras and all sorts of things everywhere. And so if you stay in one of these hotel holiday accommodations, you could be really being watched, couldn't you, eh? And this is a fact. So you just really need to be careful. If you go on holiday and someone could be watching you, hacking your phone through the Wi-Fi that's provided, obtaining all your details and then stalking you at your own home, following you there. This is like mafia, Satanists, Masons. That's one big club. Yeah? And then they go, got a new victim. And then what happens? Why do they do it? They make a lot of money out of it. Porn is a big sensational money maker. But filming and watching somebody and terrorizing them like a rat in a cage and putting it on the dark web is big money. You understand me? It's a form of ritual. When they terrorize children and drink the children's blood, they obtain the lush, if you like, the essence of that person and control of that person. And they domineer that person, that child. They feed off the pain and the crying and the complete fear of that child as they chase it around with a knife or whatever they do. And then they slit that child's throat while it's still alive and drink the children's blood. And we've actually got these people living as neighbors next door to us, wherever we are, running hotels and holiday accommodations. That's how they have all the money to buy all this stuff, because they make all their money. I mean, it's my personal belief that where I used to live is now, I think, being bought by someone else. And they probably bought it with money obtained through trafficking me and putting me on the dark web for entertainment. Here's a preacher of God. Let's terrorize her, follow her around, hack her, stalk her, damage her God FM car for our amusement, for the dark web, when she contacts the police, we'll make out she's completely crazy. Yeah? We'll mess with her drains, we'll be drilling every day, climbing in her loft, doing all these things, putting 5G stuff all over to hack her, aerials here, there, and everywhere. Have somebody else controlling her TV with a remote control next door. And Bluetooth, she's got a Bluetooth speaker. Again, we'll have someone next door hacking her through her Bluetooth, messing with everything in her electrics. You know, this is dangerous stuff. I mean, my boiler leaked, actually, so badly, I could have died. All because these people have been messing around with everything. And I'm telling you, the same people who did this to me are doing it to 2 other people in the Bay, Torquay. Okay? And you might know me, you might see me driving around. You probably won't at the moment because they vandalized the car so badly. And, you know, these guys, they won't let go. Once they've got you on the dark web, they've got their ratings, and they don't want to let go. And this is all demonic as well. They'll use little children to break into your home and do all these things. And if you try and get help, they will make out you're mentally insane. And this is so demonic. So demonic. The people who have had their injections or have been drinking the nano in the water are under control of these people. You need to wake up. All right? History isn't what you know it is. It's a lie. Everything's a lie. Jesus is real. The Bible's real. Where we are, what time it is, all different. Really. And it's not just about knowing Jesus. It's about wanting to know the truth. So if you don't want to know the truth, then the darkness is inside you. How deep is the darkness? Wake up. Those people who say they are God's children, the fake Jews, are not God's children. So you need to wake up. There's another lady in Torquay. Her name is AJ as well, all right? I'm AJ for short. And she's terrorized and tortured and followed and harassed by the same satanistic warlocks, wizards, and witches that terrorize me. And they also seem to be able to, with their smear campaign, turn husbands against wives, have all sorts of control over courts, have children taken off parents, and all the rest. And I also have another person I know, a young man, and he's also terrorized and tortured and followed and everything, but the same gang of people. Now, you see, in England, I thought that this was a civilized country, but I'm coming to think that where I come from, Africa, where they will literally put tractor tires around you and set you alight in the main road and then not get caught because they all look the same. This is the kind of thing that's going to start happening in England if we're not careful. You know, if I'm white and English, if I say anything, I'm considered a racist. And if I pray to my God, then I can get prosecuted for that as well, you know, eh? Come on. The world has become evil. All the men are being used to do this, and the other men are becoming women. And the children are being indoctrinated with all sorts of lies. 5G towers everywhere in the schools. AI monitoring, watching. They can see into your house through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You really need to wake up. I'm not a liar. I started talking about the reset and the timelines and everything years ago, way before all these other people. And, you know, there's people I know, and they say they've been listening to your videos, and they've also been talking about it. And I said, yeah, I don't mind if I don't get credit. God gets all the credit because He is His own story, history, and it really is about knowing God and knowing his story and the truth, but also it's about having the equipment to battle in the realm of the demonics with the witches and wizards who are sacrificing animals and people to their demonic gods. And you need to have the equipment to fight it, and you would expect to normally be able to acquire this or obtain it and get assistance from churches. But I've not been able to find one single church that will assist me. Yes. So all I can say is you need to play Bible prayers all the time in your house if you're under attack. You need to sterilize your water because there's no chlorine in the water anymore. It's all nano cleaning, nano operating. Then it goes in your body and it networks itself. All right, and connects up with the hive mind, the cloud, the metaverse, which is the world of the dead, and the abyss. And the ringing in your ears, the crickets, your crickets, locusts. And basically this is this period in the Bible, the 5 months, which equates to 140 years, by the way, if we do it in weeks. And that's about right, you know. So, makes a lot of sense. So, the year 1776 seems to be the big reset year. Okay, something big happened then with the Statue of Liberty, which is Apollyon, and Napoleon. And so, and this is the devil, Satan, unchained. So when you've got liberty, you've got permission to walk on the land. But you're not free. You're enslaved. That's why you get a birth certificate, like a ship, birthing. It's really about understanding that you're lost at sea. You're not really here. This is a marine witchcraft. This is pirates that took over. This is the criminals who overcame the owners and took over and masquerade as our governments and queens and kings. They're not really. They're the pirates who took everything from us. Okay? And the sooner you realize that, the easier it is for you to move on and start fighting for your freedom. Okay? Because I don't know about you, but I don't want my mind read. And that's what they tell us they're going to do, all right? They're going to implant memories, delete memories, replace memories, and even control your thoughts. They'll be monitoring you and stalking you all the time. You have to make sure that you're not coming up against it, just like the 1984 film, and just like They Live, everything like this, and that will Terminator films, you know. The robots are coming soon. The 15-minute cities. Stay in your houses with robotic dogs bossing you around. I'm calling anyone who believes me to come to England, to Torquay, and come with me and join me. And we'll get a boat and get out of here. Or we'll fight it. If we haven't got a big enough army, then we may just have to demand to go somewhere and go to our land that God has promised. A place where we've got sanctuary and we can follow God and follow His commandments. Because at the moment in the world, if you actually follow God, then you're not following these guys, and they don't like that, you see, because they want to control you, eh? Yeah. So, and if they can't control you, then you're an enemy. So this is now a war between God's laws and their laws. And that's the way I see it. And I'm standing up for God's laws and my freedom. Because God tells me I am free and raised from the dead. And I'm not enslaved to the devil. And the devil's dead, lived backwards. So from my point of view, I don't really want to buy a house from a dead person. The devil only looks after this land at the moment temporarily. So I'm not buying anything here. I don't need to. I'm just a visitor here for now. And my treasures are in heaven. So, you know what the devil likes to do is to run you out of town, run you out of your house. With this system, this is to torture you and torment you in your home. Oh, yeah. You take a microwave apart, you rewire it around the property, hook it up, happy days. You can cook someone in their bed. Yeah. Little light here, magnet here. Yeah. Seriously. You need to understand the technology, though, to understand it. Some people say, oh, you know, they're doing everything to me from away. Well, you get everything in your house to do it. Also, stop wearing shoes. Go around with barefoot. And if you live near the sea, wash in the sea. You need to reconnect with the earth and touch trees. Really, because this technology is disjointed your connection. Unearthing. Really, I know I'm not a tree hugger type, but I have become this person who really has learned to really appreciate real things like real trees and real garlic and real food and water, real water, not modified water, modified steaks. Most of the food we're buying now has been modified. And when they say it's not meat, it's, you know, plant meat, most of it's got human remains in it. You got to think about what's going on. What happened to all the cows when we were locked in our houses? You notice there's hardly any cows in the fields. No sheep. Where's all the animals? Come on, ask questions, please. Wakey, wakey, everyone. It's Aisha from God FM. I love you all. I'm really tired of fighting this war by myself. All right. Come and join me. We can fight together. Much easier, because at the moment I'm dealing with it all on my own. With God, obviously, but when you've got a consistent attack on your life all day, all night, it's very hard. It's very hard, it is. For all the other victims out there, I love you as well, and you're not alone. Do what I say, get an MP3 player, get loads of speakers, buy the USB Bible, listen to the prayers on YouTube that go against witches, record it, put it on MP3, play it in your house all the time. You have to. It's the only way to protect yourself against this demonic attack. Okay? You can contact me at admin@godfm.org.uk. And you can contact me on WhatsApp, +440 777 355 And, you know, if you get a man answering, then just send me a few messages, hopefully. The man in the middle that kept pouncing outside my house every 2 seconds whenever I tried to get help. The same person who was phoning me on my own number. And the police wouldn't help. Maybe God will detach him from hacking and being the man in the middle from me being able to talk with the outside world, yeah? So try me a few times and definitely email me admin@godfm.org.uk. You can also ring my number 01803 500 888. Answer this Big Apple because I run that as well. And God FM. All right? Good. But anyone who runs a business will know that if your data is being breached, then it's not a good thing to be really actively pushing your business. So we're on sort of a small operation at the moment. Can't really build a business that's being hacked every 2 seconds. Someone who wants to know every single thing about my banking details and my emails and is a total and utter evil stalker and won't let me go and get on with my life. So I call on the Lord to deal with these evil people. In Jesus' name, once and for all, and for anybody else, the same. Ask the Lord to come in and deal with these evil people once and for all. And it's time. It's time. I'm sick and tired of evil people succeeding and damaging my cars and my house as well. And everything. It's really tiring, it is. You know, when you're burgled, it's one thing, isn't it? You know, you really, like, become paranoid that they've come in again. Imagine that it did happen to you. And people breaking into your house every 2 seconds. Professional locksmiths. This is like MI5 attack on a country for a little individual. My friend is a cyber expert. He used to work for EasyJet. He's under the same attack. You can find him on TikTok, Ruff, his name is. And he said it's like a corporate attack or an individual. There's no way you can overcome it. Yeah. You should have seen the weirdos that stayed at my old house, eh? Real weirdos. Yeah, really. Crazy it was. You be careful out there. The world's changing fast. Saisha from God FM. Take care.